Okay guys, so I got an interesting one for you today here. The other day I went to pick up my son and I had my glasses sitting on the seat next to me, and when he got in he put his hand right on top of them, and you can see I got a little problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to repair these because, well, I don't have another pair. Sorry, they're a little dirty, but so what my plan here is to repair them with this E6000 premium adhesive. It should be real strong and also flexible, which is important for this. There is one that's not premium, but I think the premium's definitely the way to go. And you can see this sticks to just about anything. So some of the things I'm going to use a little screwdriver here. This one's a 1.5 flathead. So I'll use that for the screw there, and then I'm also going to use it to pry the hinge off the rest of the way. But I don't want to break any plastic where that connects in there. You can see it's already pulled away part way. So I'm going to use the heat gun to heat it up real good and see if I can loosen up the adhesive and get that popped out of there. So I have a little heat gun here that I'm going to use. And then once I get that out, the plan is to bend that hinge part back straight, because the only part that's bent is actually the hinge itself. I don't know if I can get that on there, but yeah, that back part of the hinge. So once I get that screw out and that piece disconnected, then I should be able to straighten it back out. So I have a variety of tools here that I'm going to try to use. So I guess wish me luck. But I'm not going to remove it from the arm first. I'm going to remove it from the frame there first, because otherwise that little piece may end up launching off into who knows where. So I loosened up the top screw there, but now I'm going to heat it up and try to get that piece separated and see how much damage there was inside there. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so 10 minutes later I got it off. Now the only thing is, you can see here, it did melt a little bit because I had to get it really hot. So, you know, it's not going to be perfect in the end, but I think that's going to be pretty well hidden. And the screw is there, little tiny screw, and then this clamp thing. You can see here, it kind of goes in and bites on. So when I took it out, it actually tore the plastic out around it. So the glue or the adhesive is going to be really important, because there's nothing for it to bite onto anymore. So I thought about leaving it in there and just trying to bend it in the frame, but I wouldn't have been able to get it securely in there. It would have just been kind of loose. So I went ahead and pulled it out. Now I'm going to do my best to hold on to both ends there and straighten that back out. Now when you do this, you got to be very careful, because metal fatigue is real. If you bend it a bunch of times, it will break. So it's pretty much a one-time shot. So we got to get it the first time. So let me try to bend that straight and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it pretty well straight. I'm not 100% sure how well it is, but I pulled out the pieces of plastic out of the back there so that hopefully the glue will have more area. The piece there, it's a little marred up from the side cutters here, but the hole in the center looks to be clear, and fortunately this part doesn't have the threads on it. And on here, this part looks maybe ever so slightly separated there. So I'm going to put the piece in between there and try to clamp it together and see if I can get just a little bit straighter on that. But I think it'll go in like it is. So let me see. It's not perfect, but as long as it'll stay straight while the piece is in there, that's really all that matters. And maybe I'll straighten that back out a little. Okay guys, so this is just a test fit, but I'm feeling like this is going to work pretty well. It took me a second to remember which side it was, but it's a little bit maybe twisted ever so slightly, but I don't think I'm too worried about that. I'll see how it looks once I get it on, because that's straight enough for me. On the end here, I didn't actually have to squeeze the part of the arms together there. It looked like it was separated, but the bolt went through straight, and I just had to wiggle it around to line it up. And the end here, you can see it's maybe ever so slightly twisted, but most of that is the part that's sticking into the frame, the biting part there. So I tightened down the screw, and it seems like it's holding pretty well. So, you know, you may need to do some alignment on the arm to get those two to line up with the bolt, but it is through there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this together and do my best to align it straight so that I can get it to a place where it'll dry on its own. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that's not perfect, but it's really close. I'm going to go ahead and clamp it because it doesn't want to stay fully seated, but it is in there and it does line up straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it around it a couple times with paper towel, and then I'm going to loosely clamp my vice grips over it, and I'm going to leave it and let it dry. Now on here, one thing, make sure you notice, it does say in here to give it 2 minutes to partially cure before you put the surfaces together. I didn't do that at first, so I pulled it back apart and kind of cleaned it up and redid it. And then it says 24 hours for curing, but it says maximum bond strength may not be reached for up to 72 hours. So to be safe, I'm going to clamp these and I'm going to leave it for 3 days just to be sure that I get the best connection on there, because I'd rather be with some more solid glasses in 3 days than some less ones in 1. So hopefully that works for you guys. You know, you can see it's not perfect. When you do this, make sure you get the glue out of there that you can. I'm going to get some alcohol and try to clean up the edges around there, because I just basically scraped it off with the tip of the screwdriver. So try not to get too much, but when you put it in there, make sure you stick some down inside the bottom, and then also on the part going in, so that it has both surfaces covered. So hopefully this works for you guys. Good luck. Okay, so the vice grips, that didn't work too well. It just didn't want to hold it very well. So this actually worked good. This is just a chip clip, and it's on there holding it in place. Don't know if you can really see in there, but it's in there and it's holding it where it should be. And the one thing that I did is I looked at it straight on this way and lined up the two arms so that they're basically mirroring each other in the angle. So hopefully that'll make it dry right in the right orientation. So I think this was a success. It's definitely going to be a lot better than what I had before. So we'll check them out in 3 days. Maybe check it out tomorrow, and then I won't wear them until the 3rd day. Okay guys, so it's been a little over 24 hours, just 25 hours or so. So I'm going to pull this off and see how it is. It does say that the strongest strength comes after 3 days, but I think at this point it should be dry enough that it's not going to matter. So let's see how it's sticking. This one's scary. Well, came up just fine. It's a little bit loose. I think I just need to adjust the screw, but it's on there. I think it worked good. I'll have to try them out. But, yeah, I'm going to tighten up that screw. I think they're fixed. Feels pretty solid. Let's see. Yeah, it's solid. Solid enough. Cool. Heck yeah. I'll still leave it a couple days just to be sure, but I would say that's a success. Okay, guys, so they are tightened up now, and they are solid. Um, it's really well on there. But the one thing is I didn't get it perfectly lined up. You can see the angle is off. I kind of went a little higher than the other one. So they kind of want to rest a little bit crooked, but you know, you straighten them and they stay pretty close to straight. So it's definitely plenty for getting you by to get your next set of glasses. And if you do it straighter, then no reason these won't work just like a new set. And these ones, honestly, for me, I'm not really that worried about whether someone thinks my glasses are slightly crooked. I just wear them so I can see. So for me, this is good. And they feel strong enough already. I know it says maximum strength reached by 3 days, but after getting them tightened up, I really don't feel like I need to wait. I'm just going to start wearing them. So hopefully, if nothing else, this gets you by till you can get another set of glasses if you break yours like this or bend them like I did. But you guys have a good one. Okay, so I was good, but I looked at them a little more, and the reason that the arms were off is because the bottom did not stick. So I think what happened is because of the way that clip was on, only one end stuck. So what I'm going to do this time, because I know that that hinge is going to want to go the right way if it's flat in there, I'm going to re-glue it and just leave the arm off and just glue the hinge piece in and let it dry that way, because I think I'm having difficulties because of trying to hold the arm down to it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it and re-glue it, and we'll do this another day. Okay guys, so I got it back together. I pulled it back apart, just kind of wiggled it back and forth till I got it off, and then I cleaned out every little bit I could down inside the hole there and on the hinge piece itself. And then I filled up the hole in the glasses really nice and full and dipped the hinge piece into the glue and then stuck it in there so that it kind of glopped out everywhere around it. And then I used the little screwdriver to scrape off all the excess around there. And it's a little scraped up, but it doesn't really matter because that's going to be behind the arm anyway. So for now, that I think is good. I got it pretty well lined up in there, and it looks to be the same angle as the other side. It's really hard to tell, but yeah, I don't know, it's real close. Might need to push the bottom down just slightly, but I'm not gonna leave it clamped. I'm just gonna press it down in there and then let it just sit for 3 days, and then after the 3 days we'll put the arm on and then we'll come back and check it out. Okay guys, so we're back on the floor again, and the glasses have been drying for 5 days now. I got kind of caught up in another video, but 5 days, so they're definitely very dry, and it feels very strong. It does not feel flexible at all. I imagine it has some flexibility to it, like it says, but I'm going to go ahead and put the screw in and the arm on, and we'll check them out, see how this turned out. Okay guys, so they are back together. I got the screw in there. I cannot get it as tight as the other side, but that's because the hinge is not perfectly straight, and so I can't get it to clamp all the way down. But it is in there tight. I mean, it's holding really well. I tightened the screw as tight as I could get it, and there isn't play up and down. Like there's a tiny bit of play, but the play is only in the hinge, not in the attachment. So, and I did put them on and try them on, and I did a really good job. They fit my head exactly like they did before, and if they're off, it's by a matter of a few degrees, and I can't tell. So, you know, not a perfect fix, but it's certainly a lot better than not having any glasses while you wait for new ones. And for me, this will actually work. I'm gonna wear them until they fall apart again. So, yeah, just you can do anything if you try. You know, might as well try it. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you can fix everything, but, you know, it's worth a shot. So, you guys have a good one.